As humans, we care more about being seen as virtuous than actually being virtuous. In society, you're seeing it everywhere. You're seeing people adopt, free Palestine. You saw it with Black Lives Matter. It's just a way to be seen as virtuous. People film themselves doing virtuous acts. I've never really had a problem with these, because if you're doing a virtuous act, fair enough. And also, by filming it, you might be inspiring some other people to, do the virtuous act too. If you film yourself giving, £100 to a homeless man, okay, cool. You might have inspired someone else to help a homeless man. But the simple act of getting your phone out and filming yourself while giving that homeless man £100, that actually tarnishes the whole reason of doing it. We should be virtuous and generous in private, not in public. That was one of the things the Bible taught us, is that we need to be generous and kind-hearted, but in private, not actually put ourselves on a platform and go, yeah, look at me, look what I'm doing. We need to be humble in it. And it got me thinking about this too, is that we also care what people think so much in society. I stopped drinking to have more clarity, but then also I realized, okay, well, why else did I stop drinking? Was it also to gain some clout and some virtue points? To go, oh yeah, look at me, I'm a good guy. Oh, I don't drink. Oh, look at you having a drink. Oh, I don't drink. Is it that? We don't know. There's a really good example in a book called The 40 Rules of Love. It's a book about dervishes in the Middle East. Wandering dervish comes to a big priest's house. I can't remember what he is, but he's an important man. And basically, this man is basically radicalized in a good way by the wandering dervish. So basically, Shams, the guy, the dervish, tells him, okay, I want you to go into that local pub, that local tavern, and I want you to grab 2 bottles of whiskey or 2 alcoholic bottles, big bottles. And he basically says, I want you to go in there and I want you to drink the whole bottles. I want you to do that. And the guy is like, damn, I don't want to do that. Why do I want to damage my body? Why do I want to be doing something which is seen as bad? But really, it's because we care what people think too much. It was an act to basically cause huge humility, to humble him. This big, important, religious man is in the tavern drinking himself to death. It wasn't just having the bottles by him, okay, people can see you with the bottles. It was actually that you need to go out and get drunk. And it's not obviously advising alcohol at all. That's not the lesson. But the lesson was, you need to bring yourself to the lowest in front of everyone. You need to be stripped of all power, honor, reduce it all, so that everyone can laugh at you, everyone can point fingers and talk about you. Really, it got me thinking that we care so much what people think. Why not drink? Because I want people to see me as, okay, I'm a clean guy, look at me now. But how many things we do in our lives that we actually look for validation from other people? There's probably so many stories in the Bible like this as well. I just can't think of them off the top of my head. We need this in our lives too. Sometimes we need to be humbled, seriously humbled. We have our nice things, we have our possessions, we have our status, how we look in society. We've got standards to keep up in society, otherwise people are going to think we're weird. People are going to look down on us. People are going to think, oh, well, he's not, what's this guy doing? But sometimes you've got to strip that all away. If I had nothing, I could be walking the streets as a madman, people judging me all day long. Someone asked you today, I want you to go out into the streets, alcohol in your hands, 2 bottles of alcohol, and drink that alcohol and just wander the streets. Could you actually do it? Could I actually do that? Because to me, it'd be like, oh, well, alcohol is damaging for my body. Oh, it's gonna damage me. I'm gonna be seen as, a drunkard in public. Could I actually do that? Could I actually strip it all down if someone told me to do that? The lesson isn't, oh, do everything everyone tells you. A guy comes into, a priest comes into your house, a dervish, whatever, and, oh, I should listen to him wholeheartedly. That's not the moral of the story. The moral of the story is that if we were to strip it all down and remove everything that we had, would we do it? Would we be willing to throw everything away to bring ourselves to full humility? People can't think any worse of me than they've already thought of me. And you realize that people's opinions are usually bullshit anyway. It reminds me of a quote I heard on a podcast, basically saying, your boos mean nothing. I've seen what makes you cheer. It's so true. People will always have something to say. You do the right thing, people are going to chat shit. People are going to chat shit regardless of what you do. Can you strip that away? Can you take action regardless? Because in a society where we're so wired to get virtue points from everything we do, can we actually do what we believe in? Can we actually strip it all away and be humble